In the heart of the African continent, where urbanization and modern infrastructure meet sprawling rural expanses, the question of connectivity remains a persistent issue. For many, particularly in remote areas, the internet has remained a distant dream, an abstract concept of communication and knowledge only available in far-off cities. But in 2013, that dream began to change, thanks to a group of Kenyan entrepreneurs who shared a vision to provide reliable internet access to even the most remote parts of Africa. The vehicle for this change was BRCK, a rugged, solar-powered device designed to provide internet access anywhere, from bustling cities to the farthest corners of the African landscape. At the time of BRCK's creation, Africa faced enormous challenges in connectivity. Vast swathes of land had little to no infrastructure for internet access. Schools and businesses in rural areas struggled to stay connected, and entire communities remained isolated from the growing digital economy. Existing internet solutions were either prohibitively expensive or unsuitable for the unique challenges of rural African environments, where electricity and stable networks were luxuries rather than guarantees. The BRCK team, led by visionary Kenyan entrepreneurs and technologists, recognized that traditional solutions wouldn't work. They needed to create something specifically designed for Africa, a device that could survive extreme weather, withstand power outages, and adapt to different network conditions. It needed to be mobile, tough, and above all, reliable. Drawing inspiration from the resilience and adaptability of the people they sought to serve, the team developed the BRCK, a device that would forever change how people in remote areas could connect to the world. The first thing that stood out about the BRCK was its design. Unlike the sleek, fragile electronics common in Western markets, BRCK was built to last. It was encased in a rugged shell designed to handle dust, rain, and extreme temperatures, conditions that are all too common in many parts of Africa. The device could connect to multiple types of networks, switching between mobile and Wi-Fi signals to ensure the strongest connection at any given moment. Most importantly, it had a built-in battery that could be charged using solar power, ensuring that it would continue to work even when the power grid failed. But the real magic of the BRCK wasn't just in its hardware, it was in the impact it had on the people who used it. In rural schools, where teachers once struggled to access educational materials, the BRCK opened up new worlds of knowledge. Students, who had only ever learned from textbooks, could suddenly access online courses, videos, and other digital resources, transforming the way they learned. For businesses in isolated communities, BRCK enabled entrepreneurs to connect with markets and customers far beyond their local area. In a world that increasingly relies on the internet, BRCK gave these businesses a fighting chance to compete on a global scale. In many ways, the BRCK became a symbol of African ingenuity and determination. It was not just a piece of technology, it was a tool for empowerment. By connecting rural areas to the internet, BRCK gave people access to the same opportunities and resources available in more developed regions. It bridged the digital divide, turning once isolated communities into hubs of innovation and creativity. One of the most profound impacts of BRCK was in the field of education. In rural schools across Kenya and other parts of Africa, access to the internet had been limited or non-existent. Many teachers relied solely on textbooks, which were often outdated or in short supply. But with the introduction of BRCK, all of that began to change. In a small school in Western Kenya, teachers who once struggled to find adequate resources for their students found themselves with access to a wealth of information. Using the BRCK, they could download lesson plans, access educational videos, and even connect with other teachers around the world. The internet became a new tool in their teaching arsenal, allowing them to offer their students a more dynamic and engaging learning experience. For the students, the BRCK was nothing short of a revelation. With access to online educational materials, they were able to expand their horizons beyond the walls of their classroom. Students who once dreamed of far-off places could now explore them through the internet. They could take virtual field trips to museums, watch documentaries, and even participate in online courses. The BRCK turned their school into a gateway to the world. BRCK also had a transformative effect on local businesses. In rural Kenya and across Africa, many entrepreneurs struggle to grow their businesses due to poor internet access. But with BRCK, these businesses could suddenly tap into the global economy. Take, for example, a group of women in a small village in northern Kenya who make handmade jewelry. Before BRCK, their market was limited to the few tourists who passed through their village. But with the help of BRCK, they were able to set up an online store, allowing them to sell their jewelry to customers all over the world. What was once a small local business grew into an international operation, providing these women with a steady income and helping to improve their community's economy. For these women and others like them, BRCK wasn't just about the internet, it was about opportunity. It leveled the playing field, allowing even the most remote businesses to compete in the global marketplace. Connecting communities. Beyond education and business, BRCK played a vital role in connecting entire communities. In regions where communication was once difficult or impossible, BRCK allowed people to stay in touch with family members, share information, and even access critical services like telemedicine. In one rural village, where a lack of roads and infrastructure made it difficult to get medical care, BRCK allowed villagers to connect with doctors in the city via telemedicine, saving lives and improving health outcomes. For communities that had long been isolated, BRCK was a lifeline. It allowed them to share their stories, access important information, and participate in the global conversation. BRCK didn't just bring the internet to these communities, it brought them into the 21st century. What started as a solution for Africa's unique challenges soon gained global attention. BRCK wasn't just a device for Kenya or Africa, it was a solution for any region facing similar infrastructure challenges. From South America to Southeast Asia, BRCK's technology found a home in remote communities around the world. Its adaptability, durability, and reliance on renewable energy made it a beacon of hope for those looking to bridge the digital divide. For BRCK's creators, the journey was never just about building a product. It was about building a future where everyone, no matter where they live, has access to the tools and information they need to thrive. As BRCK continues to evolve and expand its services, the company's mission remains the same: to connect the unconnected and empower people through technology.